So we are live, and we're just after watching the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase event. And before the event had aired, we had done a wee predictions for ourselves to see who would win. We'll announce that at the end of this wee after show. We're going to go through the games that was there. We're going to say if we're happy to see them, or we're excited at the games that's coming out. There was a lot of announcements, and we'll go through them one at a time and see what we think and see if we're impressed. We'll give a wee show an overall rating at the end as well. So, boys, what do you think? What Redfall opening the show?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely a lot untold.
I'm very intrigued. So, the co-op aspect's the main thing, and obviously they opened the show with this. So, I think this was one of their main games that they're showcasing. What do you think about it, Gareth?
I really liked it. I liked the event in general. Personally, it surprised me, but I actually really do like it. I like Redfall for a starting game for showing off. It was definitely quite good.
There's a lot of games at the event. There's more than probably what I expected, to be honest with you. But I'm very excited for Redfall, and launching in 2023. They haven't given an actual month. Would you just want to guess as a hazard guess? I'm going to say near to. Go ahead.
Spring, summer, probably. I would like to say.
I say summer or autumn.
I would say around June time, May, June. If I had to guess, could be wrong. I think coming into the summertime, there's not many games out. Co-op player game coming out. I think could be a good time. I think we're all pretty unanimous in that one. The next one we're all a wee bit. I think we dozed off. You went from like a high to a low. Hollow Knight's Silk Song. Personally, I just drifted off. I didn't look up too much at it, to be honest with you. Wasn't my type of game. What did you think?
Wasn't my type of game, but it looks interesting. I heard good reports about the first one off it.
It is different, to be fair.
It is different, that's the thing. If I didn't have to pay for it, I'd probably give it a try at least.
Aye, it's on Game Pass, so...
Yeah, so I'll just give it a try and see what it's like.
Aye, yep, Game Pass. What do you think, Gareth?
And it's something I'll try. I'm not to say I would.
You're not hyped for it, but you're.
No, I'm not hyped for it. But
you're intrigued enough that you might give it a go.
Yes. Just even looking into it here, it's built in the Unity engine, so I mean it's not bad. It's interesting. The fact it's on Game Pass, means you could probably. But again, I probably agree with Lee. The first one's got a lot of good reviews, so. And that's 203,000 reviews in Steam, for example, and it's 5 stars. So, I mean, I'll give it a go if it comes out. If I see it, I'll download it.
I'll probably try it at the time when it comes out, but I'm not like getting excited for it. If it's there and I see it, I'll play it. If I miss it, it's not going to bother me.
Yep.
The next game they showed was High on Life. To me, it was sort of a bit like No Man's Sky type of game, but I was intrigued, but not intrigued either at the same time.
I was interested. It's Rick and Morty. It's probably really wacky. It's the kind of game you love to be either drinking or doing other things on.
I'm not
just
sure.
That kind of game.
I might enjoy it, but I'm not sure. I think it's one of those games I'll need to play and try it. And it's coming out this year, actually, which is pretty not too far away. They didn't give a month, did they?
They didn't give a month, but at least
said 2022.
I think I can probably vouch for ourselves saying that there wasn't really many games coming out this year. It's mostly a lot of them coming out next year. So it's nice to see something like that coming out this year.
Yeah. Do you reckon probably near Christmas, like maybe like October time? November? Yep. October, I would say.
Yeah.
Or maybe even September, because maybe too many games. So are you excited for it, Gareth, yourself?
I am. I actually am. I definitely like to play it. I'd probably like to play that over Hollow Knight, but I'll probably play both of them since they're on Game Pass, so. Because it's Rick and Morty, I guess. So.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll wait and see. I'll try it. It was co-op, or am I imagining that 3-player?
I think it was, as far as I know.
I'm not sure. Might give it a go. If Yuns are playing it, I might give it a go, but I'm not. I'm on the fence. Yuns are different because Yuns know the characters and the thing, whereas I don't really. To be honest with you,
It sounds interesting. Like I say, I'd love to play that game drunk.
Going to give this next one over to Gareth because I think he wants to talk about this the most. So
Can
Riot
I talk
Games.
about it?
Riot Games are coming.
Go to give him to go first. Riot Games and Game Pass. Go, Gareth.
Riot Games is officially coming to Game Pass. It's something I was not expecting at all. To be honest, I was not predicting this. It was a massive wow. I don't know, from someone who's played League for nearly 10 years. The
On
fact
and off
that
now.
I've playing it consistently now for at least good 10 years. 8 years at least, I want to say. You know, the fact that they're literally giving every single champion for both Wild Rift on the mobile, League of Legends for PC, and all the agents for Valorant as well for free. Just literally given that you just literally have an account. Now, I don't know what way it's going to work if you already have a Riot Games account. Because I have both, I have a Xbox account and a Riot Games account, I don't know how it's going to work. How the merge would work, I don't know.
I'd assume that you probably log on through your Game Pass to get the game, and then I think you probably have to log on your Riot account through that. But whether they allow you to use on that platform, there must be some agreement or something.
I'm not sure because I have a lot of stuff on my account as it is. So
piss a lot of people off if you couldn't bring it across, I would say.
Well, I need to wait and see. I'm particularly wanting to hear more about how it's going to work. Especially as well, I've been looking into some of the comments afterwards. How long is the duration going to be? Is it only going to be for how long you're subscribed to Game Pass? If you're not subscribed to Game Pass anymore, do you still have the benefit? What way is the duration going to work for how long you get access to? If you know what I'm trying to say.
I'd
have to hazard a guess. You have to be subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate to get this.
I would say it's the same. From what I'm reading, it actually saying is only Central giving away hundreds of dollars of free stuff for subscribers.
Yeah.
I think it has to be Game Pass Ultimate.
So you have to subscribe consistently then to make use of all the games then, more or less.
There could be a free model that you get so much, but then if you want the full thing...
They haven't really announced too much about it. They've only really just said...
See, they could change it. They could maybe reword it and give it to you all for free if you launch your Game Pass.
But I like the fact that they're doing that, I guess. It says
subscribers, so...
The way that I'm seeing it is they're bringing clients together. So, with Microsoft, they're not really after... to me, the Game Pass for PC, doesn't get as much attention as I feel as the Xbox Game Pass would get. But League of Legends games being one of the biggest PC games on the platform, if they're coming together and merging with Microsoft for Game Pass, it could be an interesting tale to say, what's the likelihood of all our PC clients coming together in the Game Pass? I don't know.
This is the type of things you need on the Game Pass for PC exclusives as well. It's for PC.
Yeah.
That'll entice people to subscribe to that.
But then it's sort of bringing all, you think of Uplay or what's the other ones like? So you have your Riot client, then you have your other clients and stuff for PCs and stuff. It's sort of bringing them. If Microsoft are able to bring them all under one roof, that's big. I don't know if they will, but the fact they've done it for a Riot is quite a big win, I think. So,
but here it just shows you what. Go ahead. But it just shows you what they're building with Game Pass. They had EA Play, and that's one of their top tiers, so you can get all that content. If they're getting Activision Blizzard on as well, that's going to come on board next year. Now Riot Games are, now they obviously haven't bought that studio, but they're bringing that onto the platform, like EA Play. If they keep doing this and adding these other companies around and building that, do you know what I mean? Making PC and console the best place to play, it's going to be amazing, I think. But this is just...
I just find desperate measures by Riot, because their subscribers have been going down for the last years. No one's playing the game, it's all playing...
But then, this is but this is a way to bring more players into that base. So it is.
I understand, don't get me wrong, I like the idea that more stuff has come to the Game Pass, especially for PC. Saying that what I mostly play on, I think it's a good idea. I just wish it was more older games that I love, that Xbox owns.
Do you think they'll ever bring these games to console as well, or do you think this will just stay on the PC side?
I think I'll stay on the PC side. I think they're trying to build 2 separate platforms. No, I can't see this coming to console. I think they'll have their PC section and they'll have their crossplay section and then they'll have their Xbox section.
But do you think
actually, I think that's wrong. I actually think what they're trying to do first is they try and see what numbers they get with the PC. If this helps with the PC, then they might merge the both together.
And bring it to Xbox if they get enough player base growth.
Yes.
Well, that's what I was going to say as well. You get on before me there, but I probably agree. But the game's been out that long. Do you even think they would even make it for Xbox at this stage? It would need to grow exponentially for them to do it again, would they?
Well, it's not even to say that. It's to say with like the controls and stuff. So like, I know as far as I'm aware, the Series X and Series S does support PC or keyboard and mouse. So it's not to say that PC games won't be supported on Xbox in the future. Like, there's nothing to say that you could play League on a Series X if you really wanted to. You know, free Game Pass. It's just as long as it works on the keyboard and mouse, I'm sure it's probably possible. But it's not to say, you know, like a brand new older stuff as well. But
yeah, it's hard to know. It's one of those. I think they're forming the partnership to see how it goes. I would say, like, you know, they're not buying the company. It's just another thing to have in Game Pass to build on. You know,
I say both of them just going to give it time and see how it works. And see if it works out well, they might merge it.
Yeah,
more.
I agree with you 100%. It's just one of those. We have to wait till it comes out, get it all on Game Pass, and see how it goes. You know.
I would be more interested if they try and merge Steam with Xbox Game Pass.
Never happen. Your man's makes too much money on Steam.
I know, but as I say, I want a lot on Steam. If I can get them both merged, I'd be a lot happier.
Well, that's a different story. Yeah. But
it's to say, Lee, like, I own a lot of stuff on my League client or my Riot Games account. So, you know, I mean, seeing that today is basically said to me that nothing's impossible for Game Pass. Like, the way things are going, they're sort of taking over the market in PC. Like,
but who would have thought a couple of months ago that Xbox was going to buy Activision Blizzard? Everybody probably thought that was out of their realms. Like, it was too dear. You know, why would they even sell? Anything's possible nowadays. Anything goes. You know, money talks, boys.
It's scary in a way, like, because, you know, you think like how big Game Pass could probably get. You know,
I don't think we've seen like how far this could grow.
Like, you know, it just depends on how you view it.
Yeah. Right. A few more games to go. A Plague's Tale Requiem was announced. To me, this looks pretty good. I'm quite interested. I don't know enough about it. I never played the first one, but I'm quite intrigued with this game. I wouldn't say like I'm super excited, but I'm intrigued enough that I would like to try it on Game Pass. Obviously, don't think it's one I would buy, but it's one I'll try.
This comes from the same studio as Flight Simulator, doesn't it?
Sobo. Yeah, which is interesting.
It looks interesting, but I'll say it's free on Game Pass. I give it a try.
Yeah, definitely gonna go. It looked interesting. Graphics look pretty good. You know, it's not a realistic type of game. Isn't. But I'm quite intrigued with it.
I will probably, out of all of them so far, I will probably give this one a go first.
Redfall will be on my top list.
Well, no, I would say I'll give this one a go first, then Redfall, or probably Redfall then this one. I'm not sure, but I definitely would like to give this one a go.
Aye. I think we're sort of unanimous, similar in that one there. The next one probably has me intrigued the most. Well, one of the most is Forza Motorsport, and it looked good in the stream, but then when I actually seen it in 4K 60 running, it actually is far better, and it's unreal. Have any of you tried it in 4K 60 yet?
No, was it any good?
Oh, sir, I swear to you, it's like, I noticed when I was watching the stream earlier and we were going through this, it was good, but it looks far better. Like, even the details more crisper, so it is. It's unreal.
I'm just playing it here now, actually.
Oh man, that's so good. The detail, you know, and the lightning and all, and it going. Oh,
yeah.
I would definitely give that a go now.
I'm hyped. Like, I I'm not really. I probably prefer more Forza Horizon, to be honest with you. But this is the first one time that's got me excited in a while. Like, even the last couple of Forza Motorsport games were alright, but they didn't really excite me to the same.
I have never actually played Forza Motorsports games other than
Oh,
Horizon. No.
Ollie, you need to. Even 7, you should give 7 a go.
I have to hold my hand and say I've never played probably any motorsport.
Aye, oh no, they're good. They are good, like, you know what I mean? But
I played Horizon 1, Horizon 3, 4, and 5.
I have played every Horizon and Motorsport game. I'm
I
looking
don't
forward
have
to this. Williams play it day one.
Yeah, I definitely give it a go. Lots of fun. So anything like Horizon, apart from open world.
When do you think this game's going to launch? Like, they've said everything in this showcase is going to come out in the next 12 months. Do you reckon it's going to be sooner rather than later?
I say that probably more, as I say, autumn time.
Well, the next 12 months from now, to me, is June next year. So, are they talking about
March, maybe?
I don't know. I reckon Starfield's going to come out in March. Do you think this could be like April, May time? I don't know.
The 1st of April.
But then, this game doesn't really compete with the other games. Like, you know, some people who are interested in Starfield are not going to be interested in this. But then I am. I like both, so...
Yeah, same here.
I would say probably near April, May time, more towards, like, maybe around when Redfall's out, maybe? I don't know.
Summertime?
No, not sure. But then it depends what they call 12 months from... Are they talking 12 months from now or 12 months from then this year, next year? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Because they always say these things, but then it's hard to know. But no, I'm excited. Can't wait to try it. The detail, I want to see how different it is because it's obviously not a sequel. It's reinvented like a.
I want to see the car modifications you can do.
But this is more like a live service game where it keeps updating. You don't buy a new game after this. They update it and they keep going again for however long they plan to do it. So that'll be interesting to see how that works and the mechanics and the whole thing comes together and that like their ecosystem for Forza Motorsport. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. Sorry, I don't.
No, you don't.
I do.
But it's supposed to be like what Halo is. You know what I mean? Instead of them bringing out a new Halo, they add new content. Now and again, and that builds the world and the cars. So this here will be more like more tracks, more cars. And how do they? It's going to be interesting how it works.
Are they going to bring back the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren edition?
Don't know.
Yeah, that kind of annoyed me. That wasn't in number 4 and 5.
I'll have to wait and see. They haven't given a roster in for this yet. They'll probably do near the time of what cars are going to be on it, I would say. But then they're going to build on it. They're going to give you so many cars and they're going to add more over time anyway, so they are. But is it going to be chargeable or is it going to be free with Game Pass or do you have to buy like so you buy the base game or free of Game Pass, then do you have to buy like content packs later on? I wonder what way it's going to work, you know what I mean? Are they just going to give you free stuff? Like, they need to make money out of this somehow.
They probably will be, like...
Paid and free.
Yeah.
Something about both, maybe, or something.
I think maybe the...
Game Pass Ultimate gets it for free every time. Or if you're not in that, then you just buy the content packs each time. Something like that, maybe. Right. Go on to the next one. Might give you the lead in this one, Gareth. Go on ahead.
So, Microsoft Flight Simulator. To be honest, I should have knew this was coming. I completely forgot in the pre-show to even mention it. Was not something I was expecting to see.
40th anniversary as well.
40th anniversary. I literally completely forgot it was even happening. But this is just literally just an update coming out in November of this year. Talking about just bringing out new planes, goodies and stuff just for the 40-year anniversary.
Helicopters
as well. So
and Halo.
They're bringing
Microsoft Flight Simulator. That could be interesting.
Pelican. So interesting.
Shocked that. I didn't think
310 as well. A few other bits and pieces. I'm excited to update it. Like it'll be. It'll come out for a while. Like, but you know, have to wait.
I always take a wee spin now and again trying it out. Whenever they release new stuff. So it'll be interesting to see.
Doesn't interest me at all.
I actually have the Ultimate Edition. I actually purchased the Ultimate Edition on the Series X. So hopefully that's just a an add-on to it, so which I probably think it will be.
Do we want to talk about the next one, or can we just mention it and move on? Because I don't think
mention it,
here.
say how much we dislike it, and never want to see it ever again.
Overwatch 2. Give me all your goodness, Lee. How much you love this game.
Money grab. Don't really care. Blizzard should just cancel the project.
Are you going to play
with all the Blabble and Mortal.
Are you going to play it, Lee? Gareth, you going to play it?
I know people that play Overwatch.
Are you going to play it?
I'm not going to play it personally because it's not really what I'm into. Because
there's people who like it. Yeah.
Well, is it? Look, the fact that they have Overwatch, they also now technically have Valorant as well. Not technically, but on the same platform, I guess. I'd prefer to play Valorant over Overwatch, but that's just me.
I've heard mixed. I don't play Overwatch. I never have. Probably never will. But I hear this one's not as good as what the first one is, or they haven't changed it enough or something. I can't remember what I'd read, but I just don't think it's got the same hype as what the first one has.
It's a copy and paste job.
No. Right. Move on.
Aye.
Sorry, that was short and sweet. I just not interested.
I couldn't care less. I'd burn it.
Aura History Untold. Was this the one that we were talking about, Lee? Is it the
it's turn-based.
Turn-based? I'd put you off when you heard it was turn-based.
Don't get me wrong, I don't mind turn-based in any sense. It's just, I thought it was something different.
But not quite interesting,
it's Civilization. It's just Civilization, but a different version.
Aye, just a different stories in a different world or whatever.
Civilization or something like that there. Just, I own Civilization. Never really played it much.
I'll try it, to be honest with you.
It's on Game Pass.
So, yeah, I'll give it a go. I don't know if I'd buy it. If I played it in Game Pass and liked it and I wanted to support the developer, I might do, but I can't say that I will. I don't know yet. I'll see. One of those things. Wait and see. What about you, Gareth?
Age Empires.
To be honest, I didn't really think much of it.
Not your type of game, but...
No, not for me personally, but... Yeah, it just wasn't really for me, to be honest.
Can I mention something before we go?
Go.
It says turn-based on the YouTube channel bar, you remember? When they were watching it?
Yeah.
But it says here, real-time strategy game.
But then this is an article that somebody's written. That's the difference.
Yeah, they didn't understand the difference. Real-time strategy is real-time. It happened then and then. Where turn-based, your turn, then someone else's turn.
I'm only using this article to get a list of the games that was on it for handiness.
The person who wrote this should be shot.
Whatever that name is. Yep. I'm intrigued. I think you are too, Gareth. You're just not your forte at all, but it's just one of those. I'll just wait and see when it comes out.
I give it a try, see how good it is.
Yeah. The Elder Scrolls Online High Isles, which is a DLC drop that's coming out, I think, June. It's just the next content drop. They didn't really show gameplay. It was just more CGI. It's not a bad game. Played it in the past. I just haven't played much of it in a while. I wouldn't mind getting back in at some point, but I just don't have the time. That's the problem. But I don't mind because it's Elder Scrolls. Do you know what I mean? It gets a pass from me. Don't know if I'll play it or not. We'll see. What about the rest of you?
I have played it in the past. I bought the last DLC for it. I can't remember what it was. It was Dragon one.
Mm-hmm.
And I never actually played the Dragon one. Not how bad it was. I just didn't. The game itself was good. I just got felt with it. It was just around that bank space. It wasn't enough.
I had to pay.
Paying for everything.
Yeah. You played it, Gareth, didn't you? Years ago, maybe, did you? I bet.
Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
We did try to get into it, I think, but I don't know. I'm not sure about Elder Scrolls Online. I think we did try to get into it, but...
You're a wee bit low, Gareth. Sorry.
Is that any better now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we did try to play it, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
It's not a bad game. I think you need a group of people, and
you do.
And you need the time. You need the time to put into it. If you don't have the time to put into it, you're sort of like... It's like anything. An MMO needs time. You need to spend time at it. If you haven't got time, it's not going to work.
No, if you don't invest in it, then...
Aye, that's the thing.
Some of the dailies, remember I was playing the daily boss.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have enough people to beat it. You just screwed. It basically was hard to do.
Yeah.
And the dungeons, I mean, you were trying to do a dungeon and we didn't know what we were doing.
You need more than 2 people when you're playing them sort of dungeons.
It wasn't that there. The dungeons wasn't really that great info on them. Like compared to what the old game that you should play a lot of. Wow. Like you know what you're doing kind of things, but this one you like no.
Yeah. Right, we'll move on. It's sort of we're hot and miss on that one. Well,
maybe you have to mention this one.
Fallout 76 Expeditions, the pit story trailer it was on. I actually put it on there recently just to put it on to try it, and it seemed okay. It's just got that bad of reviews, and I think it's got better apparently when it was at the start. But as I say, it's an online game. You need to have time, and you need to be invested in it, and you need to. No, not for me.
I just play Fallout, the actual games.
Single player games like Skyrim, Starfield, Elder Scrolls.
MMOs versions of those games are going to be rock.
What about you, Gareth? Would you ever try this game?
I never actually played really any of the Fallout games. Properly.
You haven't played any of them?
You haven't played any of them?
I've never, no.
You have to try one at least in your life.
So
yeah, at least play Fallout 4. It's one of the newer ones.
I would consider trying this one. So.
Yeah.
Because it's on Game Pass, obviously, like, it's sitting there, so might as well make use of it, like.
You're right. Not going to spend much time on this one because it's not officially a new game. Forza Horizon 5 DLC Hot Wheels is coming July 19th. Have I ever played Hot Wheels? I think there was Hot Wheels in one of the other games, wasn't there?
I got mine.
I think there was.
I'm pissed off.
Played it or not?
Yeah.
DLC. It's not a new game. It's just an enhancement of a game, sort of.
I just find it right we had to pay for it again, even though we bought the ultimate editions of the games.
I would say this is chargeable DLC.
Yeah, the same with number 3. Remember I said I bought the third one there.
Do you think you'll get it, Lee?
It was cheap enough on CD keys, yes.
If it was the right price, you'll buy it.
Yeah, I won't go in my way for it.
Yeah. What about you, Gareth? How do you feel?
I mean, it's the DLC, look. I don't really, it's not in like.
But it's not just cars. It's the area that's built for it because it's not.
I really enjoyed Forza Horizon 5, so if I had this, it may bring me back into it again, like. So.
Yeah. You need new content. You see, I think we played it that much. We sort of done what we could.
Yeah.
Blind Wide and I got most of the cars at one point, and I think I scored myself. Played that much of it. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but I think I just need new content for it now. We'll have to wait and see. It's coming out in July. We'll see what the crack is. If there's not much else out, that might be a way back into Forza.
Never know.
Arc 2, next one. I really like the first one, but this one seems more story driven. The feeling I'm getting, I could be wrong. It doesn't feel like it's going to be the same as the first one. I could be wrong. You know why the first one's very open world and they focus on the multiplayer? This seems very story driven because obviously, like Vin Diesel's in it, and it's
which was surprising.
Well, we knew he was going to be in it anyway. I knew from the last trailer.
The only thing missing from it is a Dodge Charger and a hand-mentioned family.
Well, he could have a family in it anyway.
You always liked the series, didn't you, boss?
I like Dark, so did I have to say, but this is different.
You like it, Barry, but how come you got less playtime than me?
Well, you have too much time in your hands.
I only spent 670 hours on it.
Is that all?
That's nothing compared to some of them.
We're getting a bit off the topic here. Do you think this is going to be the same as the first one?
If it's more story driven, actually it might be better. I like the fact that you can customize armor for your team dinosaurs.
But do you think it's going to be like the first one, like that idea? This seems to have a focus on story, whereas the other one you just were plopped in and you run around doing whatever. This one seems more.
I don't mind story based driven survival game.
But is that going to take away from the other aspect, the way the other one was? Is it going to be different? I think
the other one was you were lost. You didn't know what you were doing. You were plotting areas that meant to be safe, and it's more dangerous on the hard levels. I remember that I went up to the north coast in the First one. And it was safer than the South, which was actually meant to be classed safe.
Frig. I'm intrigued for this game. I'm interested. I'd like to see what it's like. And
I am interested in it too. I'm going to buy it and see.
Are you? I'm getting Xbox. Yeah. Don't know if this one's in Game Pass right now. If it didn't say, did it?
I think it's in Game Pass, but you never know.
It's hard to know.
I think not all of them's on Game Pass.
The majority, I think, of the show was.
But the majority of them's on Game Pass, but not all of
them. The next one is Scorn, which was to me, it is intriguing. It's very weird and the art design and all, but I think it's in Game Pass, and I'm sort of interested in that, just for the fact that it's different, and it'll be interesting. What do you think?
Like the art,
is it too weird, or do you think is it too out there?
The art's pretty good, but it's
But what's the actual world going to be like? Is it going to be? Can you get engrossed in it, or is it just?
Well, you see, that's it. You see,
it's hard to know. Like, it's showing videos and gameplay, but there's no of the story, aspect or what you do or anything. Nothing's shown yet. It's going to be a wait and see for me, I think. In this one, I'm intrigued, but will I like it? I don't know. That's
personally, no. I don't think I'll see myself playing the game
because of the art style.
It's not really the art style. It doesn't seem the kind of game I'm into. I'm not really fan of the whole really gross horror games anyway. I'm more into the single player RPGs or RTSs.
You like the action-y style more?
RTSs are action.
No, but you like the more, like, if you're going for a horror based, like, Redfall's horror based, but it's action.
Aye.
Whereas this is more the horror side of it, or the, so to speak.
I don't know. I'll probably give it a try, see what it plays like.
I
would be more into it.
I don't know if I'll like it, or I'm sort of intrigued to see what it's like. Is that the whole appeal of the game? But then most people maybe think they play it and they're like, it's hard to know. We'll see. It's coming out this year, October 22nd. Any other thoughts? We move on.
Not really.
It is what it is. It's one of those. It's hard to know that game until you play it, I think.
True.
Flintlock Siege of Dawn. I was actually quite interested in this. So it was. Looks like sort of open worldish style game. Don't know anything about it. I've never heard of it before. Has this even been announced before? I don't think it was.
No.
It's not coming out to next year. Who was even? Does anyone remember the developer who made it or anything?
Nope.
No. I'm not sure.
It's kind of remind me of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Do you know what I got off? Do you know what I got off of a wee bit? It's probably wrong. It wasn't the same, but God of War a wee bit.
I think it's just because you hold on that.
Ish. I'm not saying it was like it. Ish. I just got that wee bit of vibe off it or something. I don't know what it was. But then you could play the game. It's totally different. Do you know what I mean?
I'll wait and see until it's released. Then I might play it on the Xbox.
But I'm quite intrigued and interested in it. So,
But I seen your games on Steam. You're intrigued and interested in a lot of things.
I know. Right?
Fair enough. I have overtaken you now.
I know. Any other thoughts?
Wait and see till it's free on Game Pass.
Is it? It might be in Game Pass, that one, isn't it? Not sure.
Not sure if it is. Might be worth a try. If not, I'll just wait and see the reviews.
Aye, I maybe give it a go if it's in Game Pass. Read the reviews if it's not and see what happens. Minecraft Legends, anybody interested?
Yeah, sounds interesting. I like Minecraft. I've been playing it for years on the PC and mobile.
Did you play Dungeon?
No, I've never played the Dungeon one. It didn't seem interesting. I like building stuff on it, so I don't play. I play survival on the phone, but I'm playing mostly just crafting side of it.
Said this is like a strategy spin-off. So what way is that going to be different? Is that more the building and that side of it more?
Probably more building. Probably more trying to craft weapons, building towers or something. I don't know. Build walls. I don't know until I actually see proper gameplay of it.
No, it's hard to know, man. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see when it comes out. I might give it a go, to be fair. I never tried Dungeons. I've played a wee bit of Minecraft, not much, right, to be fair, but a wee bit.
I built castles and towns and cities.
Oh, I've seen your castles and towns you built.
Too much time.
Gareth, yeah or nay?
Yeah, definitely. But I gotta go, like, but I mean, Minecraft's just you go on like a phase of playing Minecraft and you go off it again. So
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see the strategy side. That's why I'm sort of more curious, probably of anything of it. But we'll see what happens. But it's not out to 2023, so.
I know it's I mean, I would have thought maybe it'd been ready maybe sooner, but.
Like most of the games that are announced today, right, next year instead of this year. So like they're saying they're out in 12 months. So there's going to be a lot of games out in a 6-month period. Well, what's their 6-month period? It could be anything from, we'll see.
Yep.
Lightyear Frontier. Does anybody want to take the lead in this one? Because I am not sure about it at all. It's very.
I'm not sure about it either.
I don't know. Go on ahead, Lee. Sorry.
It's not just a survival game, but the robots are. So I went and seen this one. I'm not sure on it myself. I do like survival games per se, but some of them just not that great.
Is there too many at this point nearly?
It's getting to be very distracted and martyr. There's so many different versions. This is kind of done before. It's kind of got the same feel of No Man's Sky in it.
No Man's Sky plus Farming Simulator, to be honest. It's kind of like both games combined. That's what I'm getting from this one.
As like Farmer Simulator / No Man's Sky put together and just basically made this monstrosity.
Yeah, look, I'll have a go at it maybe if it's on Game Pass, but I'll not probably say I'll get it.
If it's free on Game Pass, I will have a go.
I don't know if it was or not on this one actually.
I actually did play Farming Simulator. I had a go at Farming Simulator on PC ages ago. I think I played 2015.
Lovely.
2015 or 2019.
So you like your Massey Ferguson's then?
Absolutely. But no, it's like I thought it was kind of cheesy, like, to be honest, when I looked at the trailer. But I mean, it is what it is.
It's interesting enough.
It's a different concept, so.
Would it make your top
I won't
5?
go in my way. I won't go in my way for it now, but it's free on Game Pass. Yeah.
No, wouldn't make my top 5. Not of the things that were announced, obviously. Now, the things announced at this, not my top 5.
Yeah. Gunfire Reborn coming out October. Anybody interested? It seems, as I said when we were watching it, looks like a
4-player co-op though.
Aye, but it's very basic graphics. Like it's
kind of remember me of Borderlands,
but downgrade it.
Yeah.
Not as detailed. I don't know.
Could be interesting.
But could you see the three of us playing it for long?
Nah.
No. It didn't really interest me at all. I think I switched off at that one. I think I was doing something else when that was playing. What is that? Oh, was that the one? The Last Kiss of Benedict Fox. Sort of reminded me of that as a perfect world game. It was 2D side scroller, wasn't it?
Did not interest me.
No, I wouldn't say I wouldn't play it. I'm not like intrigued by it. Well, I'm amped. I would give it a go on Game Pass, but I wouldn't buy it. I would try it. No, that's a pass. I wouldn't. I was there and I seen it. I would try it, but I wouldn't buy. I don't think I would play it for long. I would just be more to say I've tried it, I think, than anything. Same with the rest of you, or any other thoughts?
I wouldn't bother, to be honest with you. Doesn't interest me.
Gareth, happy enough?
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. It wasn't really. I don't really care much. No. I mean, probably there would be people that would like it, but for me personally, it wasn't really my cup of tea.
And the game for Philip.
Yeah. As Dusk Falls.
No, did not interest me.
Gareth, you were more intrigued until you seen this, weren't you?
I was. To be honest, the story behind it looked pretty cool. In terms of the actual game itself, the actual mechanisms of, if you want to say.
But then the way they were showing it, it was like jumpy. But I think that was just to progress the thing through quickly for a trailer. But
that's the impression I'm getting. Now, I'm actually interested. Like, I would say this was probably one of my top 5s.
Not for me, but I think I would try it. I think I would give it a go.
I mean, up to 8 players for co-op.
But then how can it be a co-op game with something that's... Is it not supposed to be like a...
You could play solo or up with 8 players.
Aye, but
so
is this
I don't
game
know how
not...
that worked.
What way did they announce it? Was it like an interactive story game?
Yeah.
So how do you have 8 players in that?
See, that's we don't know. That's what you have to try and play it to figure out. That's what I'm interested. So.
Well, that intrigues me alone how that would work.
Exactly.
If I had to say, like, you know what I mean? I'm not hyped for this game, but I'm intrigued enough to try it, I think.
Neither am I, but it's based in Arizona, which is interesting.
If the story's good, it could be good.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll see. All about how the story progresses. So.
It's coming out July, so we'll maybe find out soon.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're trying to say. So, a lot of the good stuff hasn't really come out for a while. So.
Do you know what? If that's in Game Pass, dude, we should stream it co-op.
Yeah, just to try it.
For a bit of crack. Aye. I'm on for that. Hands down. Right. So I want to pronounce that next one.
Naraka Bullet Point.
Yeah.
Naraka Bullet Point.
I think I was intrigued with this one.
I think this is just Microsoft's.
Or was that one that was? Oh, that's not the samurai one. That was the Japanese style one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know. Maybe that wasn't one I was interested in. There was one other one.
This one was pretty cool though. I thought.
But this is another step for them to hit the Japanese market. That's what this is for. You know, this is to get the games that they're interested in Game Pass. You know, consoles isn't going to sell in Japan. Even PlayStation's struggling in Japan. It's mobile gaming. That's what Microsoft wants, and this is the direction. Like, this is one of the reasons of this show why this is there. There's another reason on down it, but we'll get to that in a minute or two. You know, I would probably try it if it was in Game Pass. I would not buy it. That is in Game Pass by the looks of it, but I'll not buy it. You know, I would try it. It's coming out June 23rd. What's that? 2 weeks away. You know, might give it a go, might not. We'll see. Lee, any thoughts? Gareth, any more thoughts? Are you happy?
No, doesn't really interest me that much.
I'm probably more so than not, but free Game Pass, bored today, try it. Pentiment was announced.
Not
coming out in November.
Really.
I don't think any of us were interested at all. Was it like a ID at Xbox type of game?
Sort of game, like.
I don't think it was for any of us. It might be. There's people out there who will enjoy it. I just don't think it was any of our type of game that we'd ever play, to be honest with you. It reminded me of something else, but I can't even think of the game it reminded me of. But no. Grounded, not a new game, but they're fully releasing the game in September. I would like the 3 of us to start playing that and even streaming it for a bit of crack. I think it's co-op. I think it'd be fun. Wouldn't mind trying that soon if you're up for it, boys.
No, I'll be happy enough.
I'd be happy enough too.
Ereban or something? Shadow Legacy? I don't know how to pronounce that either. I don't think I was interested in this whatsoever. Was any Ian's even intrigued or?
No.
It was just weird. It just didn't make sense maybe to me. Maybe if you played it, it'd be different. Is this another Japanesey type-ish games? Maybe not, but maybe. You know, they're into that sort of stylized, sort of... Don't know. Does anybody get that impression, or am I the only one?
You're the only one.
Well, maybe. Move on then. Diablo 4, Lee? I'm intrigued. I'm interested. So I know you're not interested in that camera angle the way it plays, but I do quite like them, and it's co-op as well, so that could be fun. But it's not coming out to sometime in 2023, so we don't know. No release date yet, as specific release date. I quite like it. I'm intrigued. That's one of the games that's probably...
Is it free? I would probably give it a go.
Don't know. Well, who makes Diablo, Lee?
No.
I don't think this is one that is on Game Pass.
But who makes Diablo, Lee? And Gareth.
Blizzard.
And who's going to buy Blizzard?
I know, but I don't think this was on Game Pass yet, though.
No, this will not be in Game Pass until the deal goes through. But I think there's something that's at this show for a reason. They've obviously got marketed or something for it, or there's some reason behind it. We don't know yet. You know. I'm intrigued. I don't think Yin's too are. Yes, maybe I'd try it if it was free in Game Pass.
Probably would, yeah.
You know.
Have you played all the Diablos, Buzz, or what have you played?
Just Diablo 3. I've played Diablo Immortal on the iPad. I quite like it, but it's just the pay to wall. I think when you're playing on the console, you don't have that same pay to one feature on it. You see. So I'd rather get back in. I might try Diablo 2, the remake one there they brought out. I might get that soon. But no, I'm interested. I have played them. Yuns haven't. Well, Lee, have you ever played one of them? No.
What, Diablo? No.
No. Wouldn't mind getting the three of us playing it if ever get to that point. If it comes in Game Pass, we'll get to that point, I would say. But move on. Sea of Thieves. Not interested personally.
No.
It's good that for people, like, it's a game, as a live for service game that's in Game Pass, that they can update content and that people who enjoy that, it's there for them. Which, you know, I'm excited for them, but for myself, it's not my type of game, you know. Ravenlock, was the next one.
Again, wasn't really my cup of tea either, to be honest.
I'm trying to think. Was that the one that you made then, and you thought it was like Alice in Wonderland or something?
Yeah.
No, I was what weird. Well, if I was in Game Pass, I would probably try it, but I wouldn't go out my way to. I wouldn't buy it. I would try it if it's intriguing. I'm not hyped for it. I wouldn't say that I'm, you know, against it, but I'm not for it. Like I'm not. It's just one of those who try it and see what it's like. If I didn't like it, I didn't like it. If I liked it, I liked it. You know, that sort of.
I would try it, and only if it's on Game Pass. That's about it.
Action-packed fairy tale. We'll see. It's not coming out next year anyway, so it's not like most of the games. Cocoon. I don't think any of us like this either. I couldn't even tell you. From Annapurna Interactive, developed by the gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside. I don't really play them games much either, to be honest with you. That's not my cup of tea. I know it's not. I'd probably try it, but no, it's not my cup of tea. Like, the next one interests me more. That Wulong Final Dynasty, which is another play for the Japanese side as well, and that actually intrigued me. So it did. I have to say.
So did me. Lots of interesting as hell.
Coming to Game Pass on launch day as well. Lethal. That's definitely on Game Pass. I will be playing that. Now, they haven't announced a date beside that one. Is that even coming? Again, all these games are supposed to be coming the next 12 months.
They haven't really done that for most of them. They haven't really given an actual date to say they come on for a year or something.
They give years. Doesn't here? Well, on this article here, it doesn't give a year. I'm assuming it's coming out soon, like, you know. But I'm intrigued. I'm interested in this one. I will play it probably Game Pass day one, or as quick as I can get it. You know. Persona. Is anybody interested? I know there's a big fan base because it never come to Xbox. I think it never come to Xbox before, and this is the first. I think that's the first time that's going to be common. They're always PlayStation exclusives. If someone wants to correct me there, I could be wrong. There's a lot of people have asked for it. It's coming. I think they said the 5th one was coming first, and then after that they're going to get the other ones eventually. And they're all coming to Game Pass as well.
Coming to PC and
yeah.
And
I personally, they're not my cup of tea. But it's good that they're getting games for other types of people who, you know what I mean, to cater for everybody. This is what this is about, you know. Anybody have any thoughts on the next announcement?
No.
Hideo Kojima?
I thought it was pretty cool. Probably gonna butcher his name, probably Hideo.
I butchered it as well. Like. Could
Kojima.
just say Kojima.
Kojima. But no,
Kojima or something.
He's saying he's going to be making a completely new game that's never been done before, so interesting to see what that's about.
Was it you or Lee? It was asked me. Was this did they buy this like a studio or are they just a partnership?
I think it was me that asked you.
That was you. To me, this is more a partnership for them to make, exclusive games, for the Japanese players for Xbox. Whereas he's still going to make games for PlayStation, so he's going to be juggling the two, So PlayStation will have their Death Stranding and so on, and then Xbox will have their exclusive ones for him as well. Whether they're time exclusive, I'm not sure, but I would like to think, if PlayStation's got their exclusive games, that Xbox will have them as well. What's your thoughts on that? Do you think they'll be timed for Xbox side, or do you think they'll be Xbox only?
Timed, probably.
Depends on where Xbox actually pay them.
Well, that's the thing. If they're going to fund the full game, or near enough the full game, to make it exclusive, depends how much money they throw at them. I would say. I would like to think they're going to be exclusive, so they've always been the Xbox platform. And not an L-Orange. Well, Xbox and PC, if you know what I mean. And then the final information we got, the gameplay, which has been long overdue, and everybody was looking at Starfield. What's your thoughts? Let it rip, Lee.
Well, it's interesting. It's kind of remind me of Fallout in space. I like the fact you can modify your ship. You can do more in it. You can build more, craft more.
What's your biggest gripe?
Some of the graphics look horrible. Like the vegetation look very Fallout 3 level.
I've only watched you about it in the 4K and it looked a bit better, but it's still I just think it's the style of the game as well.
Yeah, some of the planets looks very boring and desolate.
But that's just the way it is. That
I know. It's just the way the game and the design and stuff. But
I'm still more interested. I quite like it.
But I would still buy the game on release. I buy it for the PC.
There's what do we say, Gareth? When we were looking at was it 9 or 10 worlds that you can explore? So each world could be different.
8 or 9 or something. They're all like different worlds, and you just go in and just explore.
Yeah. So there could be some more that's more lavish and brighter, and they're not all going to be the same. Like
he did say at the end, like he was going to demonstrate how big the actual game was. So.
Well, I say I'm not giving it total. I want to actually see the game. I'm going to buy it. It looks interesting. I like my RPGs, and I like the fact that I can modify and customize the ships.
Yeah, I'm definitely hyped for this game. I was probably one of the ones that was disappointed that it wasn't coming out this year, but I would rather it be delayed and them do it right than deliver something that had issues at the start and spend a year fixing bugs.
I hate to tell you this.
They're still going to
come out with bugs and.
But just to give it, you better look at the state of what do you call it came out, Cyberpunk. Do you want another one like that?
I'd never had issues with Cyberpunk that much, but I was playing PC, so it was just people.
You didn't try an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, did you?
I don't have any of those.
Well, I play it in the Series X. I know I didn't play it as far as you. What I did play of it, I didn't much bother either.
Same here.
I was sort of holding out for the patch, and then the patch got delayed, and I never got back to it.
I completed it once. I'm on my second playthrough. I think it's like 70% completed.
It is an intriguing game, but did you ever find it getting a wee bit boring at times at certain things?
Oh, Cyberpunk? Yeah, it did. I have like all the name weapons you can get in it and everything.
Right, we're a bit off topic here again. So, who's playing Starfield on day one?
Me.
Definitely. I'm their way. Day one, I would even take the day off work to play that shit. So I would definitely. I'm hyped. Sick. You're calling in sick, are you?
It depends on work. I work shift work, so God knows when I'm working.
we went through all the games and all the announcements, and what would be your biggest, what come from the show that you're most excited for? If you had to pick one thing.
Starfield.
I'll give you 3 actually. Give me your top 3. Give me your third, second, and that order. Third, second, and first.
Second would be Redfall.
What would your third? What was your third?
Wulong Final Fantasy.
And then
That's
Redfall and Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Gareth?
I like to say High in Life. I'm pretty excited for. Also the new update for Flight Simulator, just because I like Flight Simulator. Motorsport as well. Probably my first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also kind of excited to try Arc 2. Because I know we like the co-op series and stuff. So.
Remember, Gaff, you only got 3 here, not 5.
Give me third. Give me your third.
Who?
Gareth.
I'd probably say Arc. Probably.
Right. Second.
Second would probably be the Flight Simulator update.
And the first thing you're most excited about?
I'd probably say Forza Motorsport, probably.
See, I'm torn. I think Starfield is my number 1 that I'm hyped for, because I always was. My problem is when I go down, I have a few that I like. I think I'm really intrigued with Motorsport. I think I'd say it's going to be third. I know I do like Ark and all. I'm just not sure what way it's going to be compared to the first, because I really like the first one. But I'm going to say the Kojima thing was quite intriguing.
If you give me 5, I can tell you my other 2.
Go on, give me your 4th and 5th.
4th one, Arc 2. 5th one, Franza's Motorsport.
See, you're probably in similar lines to me when I pick Kojima and you pick something. What do you pick? There's been a few. Redfall will be up there as well. I don't know if it'll be top 5 right enough, but I'm really interested in it because of the co-op and all.
I'm interested because it's vampires, it's co-op, and it's survival. In a sense, but I probably be more single player at the moment.
Yeah, we're reaching nearly an hour, boys. How would you rate the overall show? Do you think it was better than last year's?
I think there's too much filler and stuff that we didn't want to know.
But then this is to deal with all the types of players. It's just not, the show's just not about uni. But if you had to give it an overall rating, what would you give it?
6.5
out of 10.
Yeah.
Gareth, what would you give it?
I would probably say 7 out of 10. I was really surprised.
What markings down to give it a 6 and a 7?
Too many cartoony games that I don't think should be on Game Pass.
But this is what Game Pass is for. This is to help them developers. This is the overall experience, to give as many people as possible. You want to reach out to everybody.
I have 2 disappointment things that really give it a low score. I lost literally 1.5 points because of those 2 items each. There was no mention of Elder Scrolls 6 and GTA 6.
But that's not to do. That's different. Well, one of them's to do with a different company. The other game's nowhere near ready. Well,
so I saw marked down for that.
But that's not like But what? No. Bar that, but what? You have to think about of what they showed. Do you know what I mean? Is there anything? Well, I know you're saying there's games on there you're not disappointed by.
A lot of games. Too many.
I
don't think
there wasn't enough gameplay for me for some of the game. For certain ones, there wasn't enough gameplay. I would like to have a bit more gameplay, personally.
Yeah, there was a lot of trailers, and that's where they put it. There was no gameplay. There also was stuff in it that shouldn't be in it. I personally think DLC should not be in, so I say,
DLC
a game release.
Should be more in the extended one. Well, I know.
Yeah.
Or if it's DLC and they want to announce it, make it short and sweet. Do you know what I mean? Do it at what they done at the end. They didn't mention Halo Infinite Season 3, but they had it on the thing. Mention it slightly, quickly. or put it, even mention it, show it an extended one. That's what the extended
Yeah.
one's for. What am I going to say? I was going to say something else there. I think the lack of gameplay. They had gameplay. They showed when they showed a thing. They showed a lot of CGI and then they showed a wee bit of gameplay. I would like to see more gameplay of certain ones. The ones that are maybe the ones that they're trying to focus on. To push the platform. I like the variety because that's what they need. That didn't put me off. There was a lot of stuff that I liked. What did they show? 30-something games? But I would say 10? I'd say probably a quarter to a third I would like. So it wasn't that they didn't have anything for me. They had. I would like them to do it more with the Kojima thing. If I'm quite honest, and they announced that they're having a partnership. Maybe a bit more information than that. Maybe a tease of a game.
Even a poster of it.
Aye, or even a name, or something like roughly to give us an idea what it's about.
Even what theme on? If is it RPG? Is it shoot them up? Is it a loot shooter?
I think it's a horror game. And they said it was a mobile game they're focusing on, so I think it's probably focusing on for Game Pass,
mobile.
Game.
They can keep it.
I'm disappointed Avowed wasn't there, to be quite honest with you, but if it's not ready to the following year, then it'll be showing next year. So that's just unfortunate. But I think the showcase is pretty good. I just don't think they had a lot of things that I'm interested in, but I don't think, because we already knew what Starfield was. I was hoping there was something that was going to be there that I knew nothing about, and I was going to blow my socks off. I didn't get that. I was excited because Starfield was ready announced. We knew it was coming out. A lot of games were excited about Forest Motorsport. We knew it was coming. I just didn't get that game that, that they announced, and you're like, oh, no way, it's at this. You couldn't believe it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, so you didn't know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's no wow, like, oh, I didn't even know that was coming. Like, we were going through predictions and stuff, and, we did predict some that was going over there, and we sort of had a new, like, stuff we didn't know about, like Flintlock. Yes, granted, it looks pretty cool. Is it blowing your socks off? No.
No, far from
it. We knew about Scorn, right? Let's quickly, hold on. We knew about Redfall. Hollow Knights, I think, was already sort of out there. High in Life, Ewan's boys like more probably than I did. But does it blow your socks off?
No.
No. Riot Games isn't existing. A Plague's Tale, we sort of knew about it. Forza Motorsport, we knew about. Microsoft Flight Simulator's already out. Halo for it. Overwatch 2. Aura History Untold. It's a new game, but it's not, it's not one of those like high-end games. It's not going to blow your socks off. Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online, same thing. Forza Horizon 5 DLC. Ark 2, we knew it was coming. We didn't really get any gameplay yet. That's 2 CGI trailers they've showed now without gameplay. Scorn, it's not a new game. We knew about it. Flintlock is a new that showed up again. It's not blowing socks off, boys. There's stuff there, but I just wanted even one game that I just was like, oh my god, lethal.
Even one game is not even really to be released in 2 years. I've heard at least find out something that's coming out soon.
There wasn't even one game I was like, I didn't know about that there, and I was like, holy shit, that's lethal. Didn't get that. If I had got that, I would give it like probably a 9. I'm going to probably give it. I'm going to go with you, Gareth. I'm going to give it a 7. Because of that factor. What do you do? But it's just they don't have the games at the minute. You know what I mean? It's taken them a long time to get where they want to be. Like Ian's boys like Fable now was going to be here. Did somebody say Perfect Dark at Ian's too as well? Never happening. They're nowhere near it. They're not even ready. I'm not an insider. I listen to a lot of boys who do podcasts talking about games. That's where I get my info from. I'm relying on them. But at the end of the day, it's just guesswork to see what's coming, what's not. And how long we into this here? An hour and 4 minutes, boys. Do you want to wrap it up there? And we'll announce who is the winner of the predictions. Would somebody like to You? How did you were Okay, Gareth was in third place, Lee in second place, and myself number 1. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but you got a lot of. You actually done your research, so.
I know I done my research, but June's 2 boys running around the same. You know, they weren't that much different. What'd you get, Gareth? 38, and Lee get 40 points, and I get 68.
Not too badly.
Aye. But then I listen to podcasts about games, June's about Xbox, June's don't.
I know more about the
you're
releases
PC
on
gaming.
PC.
Gareth, you're more PlayStation. Do you agree?
Although I'm starting to appreciate Xbox now, to be honest.
You know. No. I don't know. I was just hoping for something that just a wee bit more today. It was still a good show. You know, I knew what was coming, like what was interested in. Didn't get any big surprises. If I had to get
To be honest with you, I was expecting stuff else to be announced, but it didn't announce, so I was quite happy about that.
What?
If it had actually announced it, I would give that a number 3. That's how bad it would be if it announced it.
What? Now I'm intrigued.
Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim for mobile phone.
I thought you'd been on for that, Lee.
No. I have 2 copies of it. I don't want to buy any more. I only have 1 copy, but the other one was given to me for free from Steam, so I'm not going to complain.
Do you think Microsoft, after they buy Activision, if the deal goes through, Activision Blizzard, do you think they will try and buy more studios? Do you think they'll go back and buy developers, or do you think they'll try and continue to buy publishers?
I'm thinking developers.
What do you reckon, Lee?
Not sure on that one.
Why do you say that, Gareth? Just curiosity.
They can't take every studio. Like they can't do that. Like, just the fact with your announcement of your guy earlier.
But that's a partnership. That's not a buyover. That's not.
Want to be in partnership with people.
I think they need partnerships too, but for them to make the most easiest way to put the games in Game Pass is to own the studios.
Mm-hmm.
But if Microsoft is to buy more developers, that means they're in house and then they have to manage more. Whereas if they buy publishers who are already working with their own developers, then they're like their own entity, like Bethesda, that they can manage themselves, and Activision Blizzard. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if they buy developers knowing they have to bring them into Xbox Studios, and that's more for, isn't Matt Biddy looks after them?
Yep.
You know, so if they take on more of them, they then have to take on more staff internally to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think personally they'll try to get more publishers, but who do you go after at that point? That's the problem as well. You know, you can't get anybody bigger. Like, who would be bigger than Activision Blizzard? What, Take-Two Interactive? Isn't Grand Theft Auto? I don't think they would ever sell to anybody.
Rockstar? Yeah, they make too much money.
Or Rockstar even. But does Take-Two not own Rockstar? Are they like the parent company or something?
They're a parent company, Rockstar.
But they publish the games for them and all. They're under them. Aye. Yeah. Well, I'm writing them wrong. Aye. Well, that's our
EA.
What?
Why would Microsoft just buy EA outright?
Would you really want to buy EA, but? No, hold on.
Yes.
Right. I know we need to end this, but right. Why EA, Lee? Go, you tell me why you think they buy EA.
Oh, I think EA need to be bought over and destroyed like they did to many other game studios.
EA have probably only one good game studio, and it's the boys who makes, what do you call that new Star Wars game? Jedi Fallen Order. That's probably the only one they have that's decent at the minute. That'll make them any money. But sure, they've lost the rights to the FIFA, so they can't publish the FIFA game anymore. So are they going to lose the rights to all the other sports?
Because FIFA was just the same game over and over again. There was no difference in it.
What's the difference in any sports game that they make? Sure, it's the same mad
uniforms.
FIFA. It's just skins. It's just it's just new teams, new. You know, if something changes around, it's just a new league.
But the worst off is, I tried to, when I was basically at Game Pass, I downloaded FIFA 21, I think it was, on it. I tried to play it, I could not get into it at all. Like I used to play the old FIFA games from the PlayStation era, 95 and 96. That's a long time ago, but they were fun to play. The new ones are a nightmare to play. They're just no fun on it.
Here's one for you, Lee. Who would you rather them buy out of these, right? Take-Two Interactive, obviously that's your Rockstar and everything below them. Warner Brothers, Capcom, or Square Enix.
Capcom.
I was thinking you would say that because of Monster Hunter World and all that there, and Resident Evil. That'd be a big get for them, but I don't know if they'd ever do that or not.
Nah, they get too many games to make money.
Can't see them ever buying Square Enix because they're too tied up in PlayStation.
Not really. They used to be, but they're less tie-in now than they were.
Do you know how I'd actually like them to get out of the Warner Brothers, but not to buy Warner Brothers in total? Is what do you call the company that makes Mortal Kombat?
Not sure.
Can't remember their name. Do you know why? If you had the rights to Mortal Kombat, and obviously with Killer Instinct, you could do like a crossover, get that company to make your two games.
True.
Which would be quite interesting, would it not?
Yeah, it would be.
What about you, Gareth? Any thoughts? Or have you dropped off?
Not really, no. I'm just listening. I think I probably agree with Ian this one, to be honest.
Capcom?
No, I don't really have really.
I have another company, but a couple of you guys might not like it.
Go.
Sony.
Never going to happen. No.
Well, Sony is the only.
Who else they could technically buy over, like Bethesda, Blizzard, Activision? Like, they're big. I don't know.
What about Bandai?
Bandai Namco. Who do they make? I can't even think who they make.
They make all the Japanese anime games and stuff for stuff like that. They're very good buy, and they do have a lot of rights. They'd be one of the better. They'd be a good game to buy if you're looking to try and get in the Japanese market.
No, hard to know. Yeah. Maybe we should do it. That'll be actually good research some night, is to go through all the publishers and see who would be a good get, and all the games they own. That's
probably Gearbox.
Gearbox. But sure, they're doing what EA's doing. They're not ruining the sort of games that they have, the IPs.
Yeah, they are.
Sure, like Borderlands is not the same anymore.
I know, but Borderlands 1 was good. Borderlands 2 was a big improvement. Borderlands 3 was kind of disappointment.
It's always the way it goes, but at times, like, well, it's hard to know. But here, any other thoughts on the showcase round before we go off?
No.
No, I thought it was very well done, to be honest. I actually did enjoy it. It was a good show.
I enjoyed it myself.
It'll be interesting to see, now, I know you're saying Baz about the extended version, so.
Yeah. Hey, is anyone's on for watching that and then maybe doing a wee show after it?
No.
Okay.
I'm not going for that pain again and watching some of those bad games.
Or will me and Gareth watching and we'll tell you all about it.
That'd be better.
Right. That'll do. We're going to wrap up here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you